Welcome back to the Corey Bak'n Show. In today's episode, we're going to go over the Spider Farmer grow. Over here, the Spider Farmer corner, we got the Spider Farmer 3x3, powered by the G3000 light, all worked under the GGS system. And a GGS system right now is hidden back behind my tent there. Been doing dynamite. And that's one other thing. We got the Spider Farmer DWC system in this tent. We're down to these last two plants, but as you can see, these plants are now rocking. Took a little while to get the system adjusted to, the way I needed it. But I think I got it all dialed in now pretty well. Today we're gonna come in here and get rid of some of these big ass leaves. Let me see if I can get in here just a little closer so y'all can see them. Right there, these leaves are huge, man. And again, it's also water change day for down in the irrigation system. Let me let y'all get inside here so y'all can see the root system that's developing. Get down there so you can see that. There we go. Yeah, that's the root system. It is doing its thing. Now the bucket is down about halfway full. It was definitely time for a change, and it's been a week. Today is 7 days. Let's look at this one over here. This one I was having problems with at first, but now that she is rocking. So yes, got this dialed in nicely now. But what I do have to do now is come in here today, because I'm ready to flip these to flower and take off some of these big leaves. There's quite a few of them in here. So today is just going to be like defoliation day / prep for flower. Now, I'm not going to keep you on here and try to defoliate this plant with y'all on here, with me videoing, because my body's too big. I'm going to be all in the way, so y'all won't get to see it. So what I'm going to do, though, is I want to give you a good look the way it looks now. And you can see these big giant leaves. It is so thick inside of here. Damn, it grows thick. But look how big that leaf is. So yeah, I'm gonna get in here, clean it all up, and we're gonna flip these girls to flower tomorrow. Oh yeah, now a couple things that quite a few growers that grow in DWC have mentioned to me. Matter of fact, let me sit down and I can defoliate some. I thank y'all for all the advice. Quite a few of y'all was extending out to me on what I need to do to dial my system in. One of the things was my PPMs are way too high, and I should have knew that. When I first started this, the plants were way too young for as high as a PPM that I was using. Now, I normally go with EC, so I got to get my mindset back switched to the PPMs, but I got the pen working like I needed to now also. So now look how big that is. That's huge. So we should be doing a lot better with that. Also, my water temperatures are staying in about 70 degrees, which has definitely helped. Another thing was moving my, see if I can get over here so y'all can see this. My air pump right there. See, it's elevated up off the ground now. Put it on something, and it's definitely working a hell of a lot better with the pump up raised up. So thanks again for that info there too. Another thing that I did, I think that assisted with this, was putting the extra air stone inside of the bucket, because I don't believe the pump that Spider Farmer is giving out with the system, it's decent, but it should be a little stronger than that, especially if you're trying to do 4 plants. I definitely think the pump should be a little stronger than it is to give it a sufficient air to the root system down in the water. Because once I changed that up and added that extra stone to this system, oh man, the plants just straight took off. So, yeah, once again, thanks for that. And in the future also, a couple people mentioned you can take this and make it recirculating. And maybe in the future, I would like to do that. I'm pretty damn sure, I'm not pretty sure, I know I want to do that. If I could convert this to a recirculating system. And in this tent also, I would prefer just to keep it to the 2 plants really. But I do need to wait till we have a full harvest so you can see how big these are going to get. But I believe these plants are going to get pretty damn huge once I flip them to flower. It's just amazing. I've never seen plants bush up like this. Right here in the middle. Look how thick this is in here. This is just bushy, thick. You can't see the bottom of nothing. So yeah, I want to see how this, once it takes off into flower now, again, you see me defoliating it today, trying to get some of these leaves off here. Once we flip these to flower, how are they going to take off? Are they just going to stay short, bushy, or are they going to start getting me some height? Because they don't have much height on it. Now, possibly could have let this go a little longer before I flipped it to flower. But I'm ready for this to go to flower. So, yeah, I pretty much defoliated this whole thing that quickly. As much as I'm willing to take off right now. But this, like I said, these are messy ass plants, man. And this is the strawberry blonde that we're growing here. So yeah, we're gonna rock with this like this for now. And then we'll make any adjustments to the plant. I mean, clean up anything else. I'm sure we're gonna be cleaning up plenty as the weeks go along. Because this is, like I said, this is a bushy ass plant. So, just like to get some length on it, but we'll see. Let's get over to this one here. So I guess I'll go ahead and defoliate both of them and go ahead and get my reservoir change in. Now I guess about every 7 days or so I could change it, because it's, say about half of the water is gone out of here. So they say about when you get to the halfway mark, I guess, do yourself a reservoir change. I've heard time frame once every 7 to 10 days. Change out half of it, it says. But if I figured if half of it is has grown here, I mean half of the bucket has been drank or sucked up, it's time to go ahead and replenish. Now once I flip these to flower, I'm sure I'm gonna probably have to do that even more often with the growth rate of the plant. But again, it hasn't like jumped off. I love how it's definitely turned itself around and it's definitely growing real well. But we do have a little, I'm noticing here with the curl of the leaf right here. And that could be a toxicity, nitrogen toxicity causes that. But the plant leaves aren't like super green. I'm getting it done. I normally don't like to do this with one hand, but I'm almost done. This is just going to be the initial defoliation to start your flower. And this one here got a little bit more size to it height-wise anyway. But she is another one that's like super duper bushy. And all this stuff I got down here on the bottom is touching the bucket. Need to get that out of there. That isn't going to amount to anything. A little bit more. Started breaking that, started coming off. Now, if that does come off, I'm gonna leave that like that because it don't look like it came all the way off. That branch there, you see how it started moving? It started coming up off the stalk right here. If it dies off, it's cool, I don't care. It is pretty damn low. But it is a nice sized branch, so it might come out on its own and do something, but it seems to support itself right there. I don't think I did too much damage to it. We'll see. Normally mends themselves. Yeah, it looked like enough. Once again, chopped it all up. Now we'll flip them to flour and see what they do. Look ugly as hell, but I know in the coming week, once that stretch starts, it should do pretty nice. Now all I gotta do is get in here and mess around with this reservoir. And both of these buckets. Yeah, man, I like how them roots look. What a turnaround. So yeah, that's my next step here. Let's get some more water in here and get some newts in here. We got some flour newts. I'll start them off with the flour because we're doing the V1 and V2 now. Well, we can switch to the B1, B2, and a bulky B. So let me mix that up now. And let's get them fed. Be right back. All right, I'm back. It's been a little while since I started this. Been letting these pots since I changed the reservoir, it's been about 2 or 3 hours. So I just came back. I checked my pH and the EC, or the PPMs, and they're sitting perfectly. The pH is sitting at 5.8, and the ppms are at 850 in both buckets. So you see, I got them all defoliated now. It's amazing how two strains could be this far apart from one another, and look how different these two are. This one's going to be taller, this one's going to be bushier. But yeah, I also changed the light schedule. Starting tomorrow morning, these plants will be starting flower, and they'll be coming on at 9 in the morning and going off at 9 at night. Which the new reservoir, tongue-tied, has the flower and newts in it, along with Power SI Bloom and some Cow Mag. You can see down in there how bubbled up it is now, and I know that's from the Power SI, but it's all good. Got a little color on the leaves, on the roots now, and that's just the nutrients. But they're extremely healthy, extremely healthy. Same thing over here. So we'll be keeping an eye on these girls in the coming days. Now we got them rocking in flower. And my goal here now, the goal is actually to get this to the end, obviously. But I want to see how long one of these buckets lasts now that we're in flower and the plants are starting to take off. I changed it after 7 days this last time. Now we're in the flower. The plant should start taking off and growing. I want to see how long one of these buckets lasts for these plants. And then I can kind of get an idea how to maneuver with these plants and all the way to the end. Again, like I said earlier, I want to eventually get to the point, turn this into a recirculating system. Get a chiller and all that good stuff. But for now, this is what we're rocking with. And we still have the trellis net still sitting right back there, somewhere back there. Yeah, you can see it right down there. It's still sitting there and it's ready to go up if I need it. But that's all we have for y'all in this episode. Oh, real quick, let me show you all that mess I took off here. This is what I defoliated. I left it sitting here. I was supposed to, when it came right back and showed y'all, but these leaves have been sitting here for a few hours now. It's quite a few over here. Yeah, so I'm gonna get rid of all that. But that's what the plants look like. Last day of veg, tomorrow, first day of flower. But that's all we have for you in this week's episode. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share, and subscribe. And until next week's episode, stay baked.